Hello and happy Father's Day, Australia. Yes, for those of you who are listening abroad, it is and not here in Aussie, it's Father's Day here in Australia today. So I'm sure there's plenty of dads across the country that are getting great appreciation for being dads. So that's a fabulous thing. That's been happening for me today as well. But as a dad, you're probably the main breadwinner for your family. But have you ever stopped to think about where you're heading with your family's finances? Do you have a solid plan in place to give your family that financial security and give them a way to be truly appreciable for the life, for them to be able to live the life that they desire or live the life that you desire along with them? Anyway, before I get into today's video, I'm Michael Scarbossa. I'm a personal finance enthusiast and have a career in railway construction. My goal is to make money simple by sharing with you simple, actionable strategies to be able to grow your money and shortcut your path to retirement. So I started this community, Save, Invest, and Grow Your Money, to share with you all the things that I've learned about personal finance and getting success in personal finance over the last 20 plus years, to help you be able to ask some great questions about your financial path, give you some really good topics to get some research around, help educate you around personal finances, and just ask those questions to be able to get yourself a plan together to be able to increase that quality of life for you and your family into the future. Now, I just want to add to that I am not a financial advisor. Okay, so I'm just simply sharing with you everything that I've learned over the last 20 years, what's working well for me, and some of the things that haven't worked well for me over those 20 years in this community, for you to be able to ask questions and make some really smart money decisions for yourself. Anyway, back to today's video. Inspired to talk about dads and dads' plan for their family's financial future, being inspired by Father's Day here in Australia. So I see plenty of dads out there when I'm out talking to people, really just floating through life from a financial perspective, with no real plan of where their family's financial future is heading. So there's a lot of you dads out there. You're living from month to month, paycheck to paycheck. Got little savings, maybe no emergency fund or no savings whatsoever, and just no deliberate plan to improve your family's finances. Not even know where you're really heading. So, um, I think it's a really good question just to stop and ask yourself, hey, have I got things under control here? Um, you know, I know I'm working hard to provide for my family, but maybe that's not enough. Maybe I need to do a bit more and know exactly where we're heading and what we're doing with our family's money. So, all of us are probably all thinking, if you're in a trade or a job or whatever, that I'm going to retire someday. Okay, so when is that someday, and what does retirement look like for you? So, for me, what retirement looks like for me is, I don't want to keep working in the job that a teenager chose, 25 years ago, where I've sort of, yep, it's been great, but I'm being there, done that now. I want to move on. You may be thinking the same thing. You might want to live life a little bit more differently. You might want to have more control around how you spend your time, more control around what you're spending your time on, what you enjoy doing, not just from a pleasurable perspective, but even from a perspective of what you want to do to continue to earn money for your family, to be able to have more flexibility to spend more time with your family. Like, I would love to have the ability every day to walk my kids up to school, to pick them up after school, be around and not still be at work, and just work the school hours. How fantastic would that be? That'd be awesome. So that's one of the things I would love to do. But with retirement, it's going to happen someday. And what is that? Well, ultimately, with retirement, you've got a stream of income coming in of absolutely something you love doing. It's your passion, or you've been really smart, you've been really smart with your family's money and the income you've had over the years. You've invested wisely, and now those investments are paying dividends, and you can actually live off the proceeds of those investments. So, not paying down that whole nest egg that you've built up, but just off the income of what those investments are producing. So, if you can do that, that means you're not going to reduce that principle of what's earning you that money and providing for your lifestyle. Now, That being the case, well, why don't we just bring that forward? There are things that we can do. There are better money decisions that we can make, a better plan we can put in place to bring that day forward, to give us flexibility to be able to do, live life differently or live life more on the terms that we want to live life. Now, you might be thinking, okay, yep, that all sounds very well and good. It's all a bit of a, blue sky statement, all the rest of it. But we do hear those stories about people who get wealthy, right? And what a lot of people say about those people who get wealthy and have um, a great way of life. The first thing that a lot of people say who haven't made it there, oh, they've just got lucky. Well, not really. I think in most cases that's not exactly the case. How people have got there is they've got determined. They made a decision that they want to have a better financial future for themselves and their family. With that decision, they start to think, how could we get there? What are the things I could do? Start researching, find out what that plan is. Start, taking the small steps towards creating that financial stability for you and your family. And so, people don't get lucky. They get prepared. They do the right things consistently of small steps over a long period of time. That's how they get lucky. They actually put in the work and find out what to do. Now, there are some people out there. I hear the other big thing that comes up as well is when they look at some people start to look and think about investing and look at some strategies. Oh, that all seems too risky for me. I could never do that. Well, the only reason it seems too risky for you because there's some fairly low risk strategies that you can put in place that will have a big impact over a period of time for you to build your wealth is that they just don't understand those investment vehicles. And I'm a big advocate of that. You should not invest in something that you do not understand, or you invest in something that's rather simple and low risk. So um, but with that, oh, it's all too risky. Well, you know what? There probably are a few unicorns out there that have done some pretty crazy things with their money, stuff that I would not recommend, and they got lucky and they got developed a fair bit of wealth out of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about simple, actionable, low risk strategies that are going to be able to grow your wealth over the long term. Now, the simple fact of the matter is that people who get wealthy, what they do is they take small calculated risks that over time give a big upside to their financial growth, growing their financial future. So there are plenty of simple strategies out there that you can employ that can get you there. So, um, and and just not taking big risks. That's the key thing. Not changing the silver nickel or investing in almond farms or the next cactus plant that's going to give some sort of health tonic. No, just simple actionable strategies. Now, I did create a PDF, a free PDF, and I'll leave it in the comments of this video at michaelscarbossa.com. And it's just a quick a brief PDF for you to have a look at the framework of the simple steps you could take with a simple plan. So that PDF is all about how I went from no savings to buying my first investment property. And that is the framework of a really simple plan. You can start thinking about researching how can I make this happen today. So after this video, go and check that link out. When you look at that, it starts to give you a few things that you can research around, you can get educated around. Once you start to understand things with a little bit more detail, it starts to unlock those roadblocks of what seems risky. It makes the unknown known. So when you make the unknown known, you understand what it's about. It makes it easier to move forward. So the simple thing is you just need to decide that you want to change your family's future financial path. Okay, so like I said, it starts with just starting with researching, getting yourself educated, learning a simple plan and framework that works to get you started. So, just determine what sort of result are you looking for. I don't know what sort of result you're looking for. Do you want to bring that retirement age early? Have you got some sort of passion that you want to follow, but because you're the main breadwinner of your family and you're so committed working, 50, 60, maybe even 70 hours a week in a job, you can never get there to do that. You need something else in the background that will give you that freedom into the future. Maybe you just simply want to live in a nicer house. You want to drive a nicer car. You want to go on nicer holidays. You want to you've got young kids and you want to put them in better schools in private schools that cost a fair bit of money. So just determine what result you're looking for, and then that starts to give you a target to aim for. You can set some financial goals around that, and then you can work out, okay, what's the how to be able to achieve those goals. Now, with investing, investing is a long-term game. It's as simple as doing simple things repeatedly, taking small steps repeatedly over a long period of time. And if you do that, you will absolutely get there. You will harness the power of compounding growth and compound interest. That's the key to long-term investing and building wealth. So it's understanding your why and keeping you on that path regularly, so you don't get derailed. You don't go, wasting money on things that actually don't really add value to your life. You start to then make different decisions around your spending of what's really going to add value to your life long term. And it's understanding that why. Why do you want it? And one of the key things for me is I want to have more control over my time, and I want to spend more time with my family. That's a pretty decent why. I love that. The other why is I know that I've got a lot of skills that I've learned in this space. So why keep it to myself? So I'm here sharing with you some of those strategies through this channel to help you guys along the path and investigate those things for yourself, and hopefully encourage you and inspire you to take some action and move forward for your family's financial future. So you know the key thing is stand up for your family. Be the one that changes your family's financial future. Create generational wealth for your family. There's always someone in a family, a broader family environment, that makes that decision, takes the next step, finds out how, and lifts their family to the next level from a financial perspective. Be that one that creates that generational wealth. Step out from the crowd. Don't be an example of what's possible for your kids. Be expansive when you're taking these steps, and showing that you're your children's mentors. They're going to follow you down this path. Well, I at least hope they follow me down this path anyway. But ultimately, no one is coming to save you. You've got to save yourself. Okay, so take yourself on. Get determined. Get deliberate. Get some results. Imagine the self pride you would have by, in the future, lifting your family's quality of life and your family's financial security. Okay, it's absolutely in everyone's power to change their financial future. It's just a decision. It's just a decision. That's all you got to do. Make the decision, start researching, get a simple plan, and it's a journey. Keep taking those small steps consistently over time. Keep connecting to why you're doing it, and absolutely you will get there. So, as I've said before, simple plans, education, get connected to this community, go back and listen to my other videos. I'm always sharing a new content that's I believe is absolutely valuable for you. Um, Feel free in the community to ask any question you would like. I will respond. I will answer your question. Um, I'll probably even do a video on your question in the future and get into the detail on it. And like I said, for a simple framework, for a simple plan, somewhere you can get started, go to michaelscarbossa.com. Links in the comments below this video. Get that free PDF, and that will start you thinking about the path you can go down for a simple plan to get moving forward. So that's it from me today. If you're in here in Australia, have an awesome Father's Day. If you're elsewhere, have an awesome day anyway. Maybe watch this video again on your Father's Day and get inspired. And that's it from me. And I'll see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.